Welcome back to Shaw Crafts. Today's episode, we are going to be making some dice boxes for several of my friends and one for a mentor, DM Scotty. He is the reason that I got back into crafting and has been an inspiration to myself and many others. Here I'm marking out the tops and bottoms for the boxes. My miter saw isn't large enough to cut the boards all the way through, so I have to do it in two passes. This is just a rough cut that I'll clean up on the table saw. The dice box is meant to have a rolling tray and space for 3 full sets of dice and a pencil. It'll be closed with magnets, 4 of them on the top and the sides. If anybody is interested in the plans for this, I'll be willing to make some up. I designed this just on some scratch paper, but I'd be willing to do it if somebody wants to leave a comment and ask for them. Here I am finishing the boards with the table saw, cutting them down to their final size. I'm using pine for all of the wood on this box. I made it around pre-cut wood so that I was only having to make small cuts. The top and bottom are 3/4 inch and the sides are 1/2 inch. All of it is hobby style boards out of Select, so there's no knots. Here I'm cutting the sides of the box and also the dividers and the pencil holder section. Again, this is pre-cut pine Select, so there's no knots in the wood. It's very good wood, but it's already pre-cut to the 2 inches that I designed this around. I'm making a total of 4 boxes. Once everything is cut, I laid them out in sections so that I could get them prepared to start gluing and screwing them together. Here I'm laying out the box itself to make sure everything fits properly. There's a few things that I'll need to sand down to make them fit exact, but this is just deciding which pieces will go where. Once decided, I don't have a brad nailer, so I used number 4 screws to hold the parts together. They'll be hidden by other boards that'll be glued in place, and also by decorative attachments that I'll be using. With the main sides attached, now I can focus on the pencil holder section and the rest of the outer shell. Here I'm starting the dice dividers and the rest of the pencil holder. Again, using screws to put it together for the basics, and then the rest will be glued in place into the box itself. Now that that's finished, it's time to glue this in place, and the majority of the box itself will be done. I tried to design it so that it would be simple to build, but yet very functional for gaming. Sections are a little deep, so I added another half-inch piece of wood to each of the divider sections to raise the dice up. Eventually these will be covered over with felt along with the center section for the dice rolling. And I begin the sanding, taking off all the rough edges, getting all the boards completely straight. Now on to finishing sanding. I'm using 220 grit with a palm sander. I'm not going to show all the sanding because sanding is boring and you've got better things to do than watch me sand. Here I'm laying out where the magnets will go in the box itself. They're spaced in an inch from the edge, and since it's a half-inch board, they're centered at a 1/4 inch. I'm drilling them with a Forstner bit. Here I'm gluing in the magnets, making sure to mark them as I go so that I get them all in the same polarity. Just using standard wood glue to put them in with. And here I am getting ready to stain the boxes. It's just a standard gel stain, and then after this I'll apply 2 coats of a clear polyurethane. I'm not going to show all of the staining process. Again, another boring task. With the staining complete, I begin adding the decorative parts such as feet and some side pieces that will cover up all the screws that are used to hold the box together. Unfortunately, I lost the video for the making the top section using a simple wood burner to make the logo, and you can see where I felted the box together.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope DM Scotty enjoys the dice box. If anyone wants the plans for the box, leave me a comment and I will put something together and get back with you. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.